with O'Con. Hey, O'Con in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Come to us for your news and opinions. We got a voice. There is no choice. Wisdom voice. In your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast just like cruiserweight action. In your house is a perfect distraction. Pop us in your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Smooth.
What's up, guys? What's cracking? The Con Man. I'm in your house. We here. We're ready to make a movie. I hope you guys are ready to make a movie. And I hope you guys are with the shits. Because we stay with the shits. Because we're ready to talk a little professional wrestling. That is right. You already know the vibes. Anytime we slide on through, you know we giving you that work when it comes to this professional wrestling business. And we give it to you heavy every single time that we come out here. You know, we giving you our best effort, you know, best foot forward, you know, next man up mentality, whatever you want to say, all those coaching cliches that you hear in coaching, we doing it all here at In Your House. That's us, baby. So guys, you guys already know what we do and the vibe that we bring, and it's all about pro wrestling. Anytime we slide through and do an episode of In Your House, you guys see, check out, I got a sign, you guys can see it, we're on air. Right over there. We on air. That's right. Yeah. I'm just kind of slowly building up my home studio here a little bit, you know, and we're doing the best that we can to make that happen. And you know, I feel like that honestly, WWE really did their best to put on a great King and Queen of the Ring show. Thought it was really good out there in Saudi Arabia, out there. I believe it was Jeddah. I love those afternoon PLEs, and we're definitely going to talk about it, but I can't do it by myself. I always have a great team that's with me, and I'm bringing some of my great team right now, and that, of course, my longtime co-host, that is Hypocrisy Jones. How's it going, bro?
Yo, what up out there, household? You know, I'm happy to be in the house. I'm opening the door to let y'all in. We gonna talk a little wrestling, man. We live and in living melanin, as it were. And man, I'm loving life today, and I'm just happy to be here. It's a good day. I got fresh colored dreads, and
yeah, it's looking good. Looking good, man. You're looking good. No, it's a good day, man. You know, it's Memorial Day weekend, you know, and the Indy 500 is going down over in Indianapolis. I know a lot of people that's over there. I'm not a big racing guy or anything like that, but I know it's a huge thing here in the city. So, you know, if you're out there and enjoying it, having a good time or whatnot, go out there, enjoy it, have a good time. People be making memories out there. Once again, like I said, not a big racing guy, but I already know the effect that it has on the city. So, you know, vroom, vroom and whatnot, ride around, you know, race around in circles and whatnot, have a blast. You know, so go do that, guys. You know, I'm a little bit devastated myself, you know, my Pacers down 0-3. It's looking bad right now.
What's going on right now? What is going on right now? They were up like 13-15, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I looked up for 1 second, man. We were up by like 3 or 4. Looked up for 1 second. Game was Boston was up by 1. It was 111 112. I was like, what are we doing right now? What are we doing?
Yeah, man, it's safe to say that this series is more than likely over unless we have a miraculous comeback that's never been done in the history of the NBA, might I add. But
down 3-0.
Yeah.
Down 3-0.
So it's a heavy situation, but you know what? For anybody that may come at me or whatever have you, know, I've already had some people at work like come at me, you know, Pacer haters and whatnot. I'm like, listen, it's just like Coach said, it's just like Carlisle said. We was the uninvited guest. Nobody expected us to be this far. We're playing with house money. Next season is gonna be fucking beautiful, you know. So you know, it is what it is, and I'm gonna take that on the chin. So you know, it's still go Pacers. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna still show love to the Pacers, you know. But you know, we move forward, and you know, while we did have that game yesterday, we also had King and Queen of the Ring. I sat there and watched that after work. I got off from work and then went out last night and stepped out and had a few drinks and chilled out. Yeah, I went to the Irish pub, bro. Went to an Irish pub.
Old man Con?
Yeah, I was
he's
out,
stepping
bro.
out.
I actually
You were
went
out
for
past
once.
bedtime?
Yeah, I was out past bedtime, bro. I usually be sleep 8 o'clock sleep. It was about 9:30. I was sitting in a fucking Irish pub having a fucking cosmopolitan.
Hey.
Like, what am I even doing here?
What are you doing?
Like, what am I
What are you
even doing,
doing?
bro? Oh, my
Yo,
man, Big Raj. He just had a
he just
housewarming
had a
party.
housewarming.
He
Yeah.
did. I wasn't able to make it because I had plans. But yeah, man, we got to send my man something, some sort of housewarming gift. He came over to my housewarming party, and it was a vibe. He got there before you guys got there, so he
I
pulled up
missed
kind of
him.
early. Yeah, he pulled up early, and brought us a nice gift. And yeah, we owe him back. But yes, man, King General. That's what we saw there in this King and Queen of the Ring. And I got to be honest, I thought it was a really, really good show. And there was some memorable things that happened in this show. Now, one thing that did happen, Hype, is we had two of the big three. Are we still calling them that? I'm still calling them the big three. I know they haven't really been running with Naomi like that, but I still feel like there's something there. But two of the big three, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, they went up against Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, and was kind of like a last minute thrown together match. I didn't get a chance to catch it because I got off at 12:30, and then my drive home is about 30 minutes, so I missed that. But I heard and saw that Bianca and Jade had retained. What did you think of this match, man?
Yo, I thought that match was really good. It was a pre-show match. And let me be honest with you, household. I'm always following wrestling, but it's the summertime right now, and we got stuff's going on.
We
So
outside,
like
bro.
we just be outside, man.
We outside.
I got to make sure the melanin stays fresh. So like we be outside. I've been following wrestling, but like I haven't been following it as much as I do during the winter months and things like that.
It be
But
like that. That's fair. That's fair.
yeah, but so I did not know about this match going into it. I thought it was kind of weird. We've been on the Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell train for a while because they've been actually doing things on Raw, and now we see this iteration of them on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Where they're both kind of on the same page, it seems seemingly. But I thought this was a good match. You had Bianca, who is having the knee problems, and that was highlighted throughout the match, based on her match that she had on SmackDown the previous night versus Nia Jackson, that Queen of the Ring semifinal match.
Mm-hmm.
So Bianca was weighing heavily on the knee, on selling the knee, which opened up an opportunity for Jade to be dominant, and I thought they highlighted that very well. This was a pretty good match. It wasn't as sloppy as maybe we've seen in as the last tag team championship match.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be real with y'all. I think that was Io's fault. And I've been saying that. I think that was Io's fault. Shout out to Little Fettuccine in the chat. He said should have been Randy versus Gunther in the main event instead of Cody versus Logan. We will definitely get to that. Yeah,
all right,
we'll definitely get. Right. Yeah.
That's some spicy fettuccine right there.
That we'll bring that post back up, but
some spicy fettuccine. All right.
It is spicy. That's how I like my fettuccine.
I know. Yeah, I see. All right.
I like
it spicy. I like it.
Right. I like the Cajun shit.
Ooh.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. That, they be smacked with some shrimps. All right, but anyways, this women's tag team match, it hit for me. Yeah. And one thing that really hit for me, I know you wanted to highlight on, was it looks like Bianca and Jade are gelling as a team. Yeah. Not only are they like, hey, you have to you got to hold me down on this this because I'm hurt sort of aspect, but we saw their finisher, and it was very interesting.
That's what
right?
I wanted to bring that up because I didn't get a chance to see it, and I saw Voice was kind of raving about it a little bit in the chat, and I was like, what is this finisher? I got to see it. So I bring it back because I want to see what we're moving with here. All right, here we go. Sorry for you podcast listeners. Whoa.
Hey.
Hold on. Oh!
It keeps
Whoa!
going.
When
right?
did it? I thought it was never gonna stop.
No, that is like a 3-set move in that. And
Can I
like,
hold on?
that
I
is,
need to see that like one
yeah,
more
no,
time,
we'll
please.
go back. We'll go back.
I need to see
We'll
that again. I feel like I didn't take that in the first time like that. Okay, so boom, DDT, leapfrog, boom. My Jesus.
A push-off suplex. Like, one, I don't think we've ever seen that in wrestling. That is probably the most creative thing I've ever seen.
How did they even think to do that shit?
I know
Boom,
Voice
like
was
wheelbarrow,
super.
DDT, pushed her off, bam, almost like a suplex kind of. It looked like Jay tried to nip up there and just couldn't quite. I saw that in the background, but or maybe she changed her mind mid nip and just decided to roll out. But no, that finisher was, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's. Did they have a name for it? Is there a name for it yet?
I don't know. That is. It ain't no big three. It's just big them.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. I also love the fact that the
call that the triangle offense.
The matching gear always does big things for me. I mean, when a tag team matches, that is big for me, and that's exactly what I wanted to talk about there. Is it really feels like these two are really embracing this tag team, like, and we talk about two females that are alphas that could stand on their own too, and like generational talents. Let's call it a spade here. Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, two generational talents, most definitely.
Absolutely.
With their look, their physique, their athleticism. They can definitely be the face of any women's division, anywhere, on any platform in professional wrestling, and probably beyond that as well. Definitely, I think they would be able to eat in other things outside of professional wrestling just based on their looks alone. But absolutely great ability and great athleticism, and the way they're gelling together is really great. I was happy that they was able to get this platform to be able to go to Jeddah and Saudi Arabia, Saudi Arabia, to have this match. And it seems like every time these two get together and have a tag team or a title defense or whatever is next up, they just get a little bit better. And I just think that's great for the women's tag team division, what they're doing.
Absolutely. I agree as well.
Yeah, that's a great move there. So they pick up the victory. They win. They're moving on here. And man, another thing before we get to the next match, because something just kind of came to my head there. I was on IG, and it was a few days before the event, and I saw some of the ladies. The women, like Liv Morgan, I believe, was there. Bianca and Jade was all there, and they were there in Jeddah. They were there in Saudi Arabia, and I think I said this to my wife. I was like, how are they able to be like in bikinis and stuff like that when they're in Saudi Arabia? And we really started thinking, and I think it might be because they might be on some private island there in Saudi Arabia, a private area where, their laws and whatnot don't push there. It's like American protected, soil, So I just thought that was crazy that they was out there in bikinis and stuff, because I had questions. I was like, how are they able to be dressed like that out there with Saudi's laws and whatnot? But maybe the specific area they're at is like American protected. I don't know. It was just a thought.
I don't know. That's pretty interesting. They could have very well been on like a private area. They could have been off of. They could have not been in the actual city or the province of Jeddah. I'm scrolling through IG, seeing if I can find some of the things that you're talking about.
Because when they're there in Jeddah, they have to obviously be fully dressed from from their neck all the way down. But no, they were there in Saudi, and even people in the comments were asking too. They were like, "How are you able to be dressed like that? Wouldn't you guys be killed? And whatnot? Like I don't know, but they were able to do it." And if you're looking on their page, it was actually on like private. Like Liv Morgan's page and stuff like that, and like not private, but like it was there own page, not WWE's page. So
that makes sense.
Yeah,
That
so
makes sense.
I just thought that was interesting, and I found it to be interesting. And even though a lot of people don't like these Saudi Arabian shows, blood money and whatnot, I get it. On the flip side of things, it really does kind of seem like WWE's trying to break new ground there in Saudi Arabia and do things that would seemingly be unheard of there. So it is what it is. I know people have their thoughts on the Saudi Arabian shows, but it made for a good show, and it continues the international attack that WWE is doing on these markets to try to make WWE the best and biggest show in town, which they still are, and probably will continue to be, and it just is what it is. But this was, once again, great show, and we opened up the actual main card with the Women's World Championship match as Becky Lynch went up against Liv Morgan, and we got a chance to see what I believe you were saying Liv was going to pick up a victory. Controversial ending there. I thought the match was just a little bit sloppy, and Becky, I'm sorry, I know I was kind of saying in the chat, she's just kind of a cornball, man, just a little corny, and what, her I don't know, it's almost like she tries too hard to be cool or a badass or something. That's just my view on it. Respect everything that Becky Lynch has done. She's put in the work or whatever, but she's just corny, man. I don't know. I've sat on that for a while and thought about it. I'm like, man, I don't really vibe with Becky Lynch like that, but I never really verbalized it. And yesterday when I saw that fit or whatever, and I saw, and I don't know, sometimes it feels like she's just trying too hard, and I'm like, she's a try hard, bro. Is that what the kids say? She's a try hard. It's I don't know. It's cringy to me. And once again, respect everything she's done, but just I'm not a fan of her myself. But that doesn't matter now because Liv Morgan's new champion, and the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour seems to be complete with a little bit of interference. What's Dom Mysterio doing with all this, man? What did you think about that match and the Dom interference at the end?
So first off, I don't want to bypass this. I want to ask. So are you saying that Becky Lynch is Drake?
Yeah.
She a cornball.
Yeah.
I mean, she always trying to change her look.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I could see it. I could see it. It's doing too much. It's doing too much.
Seemingly, the bigger names aren't one to work with you. You always got pulled down to the lesser known talent, which isn't a bad thing. But Becky Lynch is Drake. All right.
Wow.
But you heard it here first. But I do want to talk about this Dominic Mysterio interaction, bro. So for weeks now, we've been seeing Dom and Liv sneaking off together and everything, and now Dom is all like, "Nah, I gotta help this for mommy. Liv can't win." Like, what is going on with this? Because he wholeheartedly tried to give a chair to Becky Lynch, which seemingly gave Liv Morgan a championship. Now, if you want to get insider baseball, I know the internet out there is speculating that Becky Lynch has not re-signed with the WWE, which is the reason why they are pulling championship off her now. But I personally, I don't think that's why she's good. I don't think that's why Liv won today. I kind of think this was kind of in the plans. Liv was going to win all along, but they did have to sideline with Becky. So, Tony Gonzalez says Becky has a rematch on Raw,
she's gonna lose that one too.
Fettuccine 68 is Becky's man gimmick is trash now.
Spicy fettuccine, damn it.
I know, bro. It's spicy fettuccine, and you owe somebody one. So if you know, you know.
Hey,
nice.
Hey, let's see. So Becky's gonna lose that rematch. I'm just calling it now. That's happening. As far as Becky and her contract stuff is going, she'll resign. I do think that she's not gonna. I don't see any reason why. I don't honestly, to be honest with y'all, I don't even think that's a story. Like, I get that it's lightweight a story because it's like, oh, she might have some contract negotiation. Like, and look, there's definitely some content to be pulled from like contract negotiation type stories. Like my Pacers just got rolled last night, but the story that really came out of last night is LeBron James's agent has said that he's going to enter free agency, and that's what people were talking about. So like, there's definitely he's gonna opt into free agency, but
I thought he was about to pick the coach of the Lakers.
I think if we're going to talk about that, I think it's a leverage tool because LeBron James is LeBron James. He knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah,
he might still resign, but the thought that he has considered himself as a free agent is the story in itself. He knows full well what he's doing, and maybe Becky Lynch is the same way. Maybe she knows what she's doing, and she's trying to put a little pressure on the WWE.
Maybe it is of that. Maybe it is a tactic. She's like, hey, I don't think I'm gonna resign. I think I'm gonna try acting a little bit. I'm not gonna go to AEW because that'd be lame. What I need to go to AEW for?
Step down for her for sure. I'm really not hating on. It sounds like I'm hating. I know it does, but it don't make sense. Why would she go to a company where her husband is not there and she has to get used to something completely new? Like, it made sense for somebody like Edge. It doesn't make sense for somebody like Becky Lynch.
Well, you know how the internet be interneting, right? Like I saw somebody say, well, you saw it worked out for Charlotte and Andrade, and I mean they were cool, right? But like, where's Andrade back now? Right. Rhea and Buddy Murphy. I mean it works for them now, but seemingly. I haven't heard anything from House of Black that is like positive that they are going to stay AEW guys forever.
Are they still featured on the show like regularly, or are they cooling them off?
No, actually, this past weekend, Malachi is in a big match with Edge, and he got a bloodbath put on him.
Double or Nothing is tomorrow? It's tonight.
It's tonight, right?
Yo, Double or Nothing is tonight.
Yeah. Sorry, we are not the best AEW fans, but like,
listen, I still might check out Double or Nothing. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I know you guys out there think we're AEW haters. I get it. I feel where you're coming from, but I actually might check out Double or Nothing for real because that show seems like it could be a vibe. So. And we could definitely talk about that a little bit if we want to keep the discussion going after King and Queen of the Ring. But yeah, they do have a show tonight.
Yeah, they do. Shit, and we're not AEW haters because honestly, on the real, AEW pay-per-views always
be hitting,
hit.
Right? They go hard, right?
They always fucking hit. And look at some of the card that we have right now. We'll have these must be pre-show matches. We got the Acclaimed versus Cage of Agony. That'll be interesting.
Ooh.
Is that tonight? Yeah, that's tonight. It's like the buy-in.
IWGP World Heavyweight Title match.
Thunder Rosa versus Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey. AEW pay-per-views be hitting, and we are not.
You brought up, there's the main card there. When you brought up that. We brought up that match with Black and Edge. I do believe it's like a barbed wire cage match or something like that.
Barbed wire steel cage.
See, that's gonna go hard.
Yeah, I saw this being constructed. Shit.
Anarchy. They're doing Anarchy in the Arena.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yo, this is gonna be hit. This is gonna lit. We got Swerve versus Christian Cage. Mercedes Moné in her actual wrestling debut for AEW, Anarchy in the Arena with Darby Allin, who didn't he just get hit by a bus?
Yeah, I think he did. He always be into some shit though, bro.
Bro, this nigga is made of steel.
Man, for real, I don't know what is wrong. I don't know how he does it.
I don't know, but that nigga is crazy, bro.
He's crazy. I don't know, and he's so small. Like, he's not like a huge man. That's the thing.
I don't know.
We veered way off course here, folks.
This how the house party be, bro. This how the house party be. And I'm sorry, but like, you know how shit get. I've been smoking.
Brother, me too.
I am all over the place right here. But
that's all right. Hey, let's talk. We will talk about it. I think we should talk about it. I think we will.
No,
because we only got a few more matches to go over at King of the Ring. So let's jump back to King of the Ring. We'll get back to. We're adding a preview there for Double or Nothing. That'll be fun. But let's get back here. Becky Lynch loses. Liv Morgan, new women's world heavyweight champion, and now the era of Liv Morgan is here. I think this was the right move. I really do. With everything Becky Lynch has going on, contract disputes or whatever you want to talk about, or even if you want to talk about the fact that she was, and I believe that Tony made the point there a little bit earlier, saying that she was on vacation, and she was supposed to be on vacation, but then Rhea got hurt, so she came back early. She was supposed to be on vacation with her husband, who's nursing his injuries and whatnot, but she came back to WWE, and when she came back, she decided that she was going to hold the championship. She held the championship up until King of the Ring. That ending there, controversial ending that saw Liv Morgan be a heel being a heel and taking advantage of the opportunity. The chair was there. She hit her with the DDT on the chair, hit her with their finisher that, to my knowledge, nobody has kicked out of. I think that has been I think her finisher is protected. Liv Morgan's finisher, I forget what you call it, I'm sorry ladies and gentlemen, but I do believe her finisher is protected and nobody's kicked out of it. But now she's the new women's world heavyweight champion. We're once again in an era where she is the champion. Not her first world championship with the company, I believe this is her third, but this one hits a little bit different because when she had won it back then against Ronda Rousey, I think the company was in a pivot point. I believe that they were in a transitional point back then where they were trying to really figure some things out. McMahon was still there. Things were a little bit different, But now it seems like full steam ahead. We're in a completely new era here in WWE where things are just amazing. I gotta feel like being a champion in this current era is probably a pretty great feeling if you're a talent right now because they're full steam ahead doing great things.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I don't know, just the fact that they're pushing Liv right now, and giving her this opportunity, I think is goes to say that they're actually listening. Liv has a very, very deep fan base.
Oh yes, you got to follow it.
Yeah. So and they are, they're almost as bad as like, Beyonce's Beehive or or Aubrey's Angels, Liv's, I don't know what you would call it, Liv's Lunatics or whatever. They go hard for Liv Morgan, man.
They do. I don't know if you've noticed, but Liv Morgan has been on some non-wrestling podcasts lately. I've been seeing some of her stuff out there. I think like everybody's talking about she's single now. Like she's single. Like she's not with Bo Dallas anymore. Like I don't know. She was on a podcast talking about how she was single and stuff. And like it was some podcast, I forget what it's called, but it was some dude who was calling one of his homies right there on the podcast and was like, "Hey, I got this girl here, and the girl is Liv Morgan. Why don't you ask her out on a date?" And he was like, oh, he didn't even know who Liv Morgan was or anything like that. So they just started talking.
Wow.
Yeah, they just started talking stuff like that. And she was like, oh, so she was like, you having trouble finding a girl? And he was like, yeah, I just can't find like the right one. And he's like, I was like, I'm single. And she was like, oh, well, I'm single too. And all of a sudden everybody picked that up and was like, what do you mean you single? Like all the wrestling fans that know Liv Morgan picked that up and was like, hi, but we all know that she was with Bo Dallas. What's going on here? So like, definitely like Liv is out there like a little bit more and stuff like that as far as in the mainstream, which is really great for her. Her character is developing as the heel that she is. And I also think that she enjoys a nice blunt.
No, I saw her and CJ Perry setting CJ Perry's kitchen on fire, and Liv was trying to put fire out while smoking.
They sat up there and let that shit get on fire. They forgot it was going on because they was high, bro.
I mean,
That's what
if
happened.
you've been there,
It
you've been there,
happens.
and I've been there, and I don't
I've
judge.
been there, bro. It happens.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, I see you. I see you out here live. You know what I'm saying? You out here. No, she seemed like she would be fun to kick it with for real. She seemed like she'd be fun to like just sit up there and vibe with, you know? Like I know everybody, I know all the dudes out there be like, oh, she's so sexy and attractive, blah blah blah. That's cool and everything, but she seemed like she'd be just fun to kick it with, like real talk. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't even about that. Like,
yeah, like they just kicking it.
Just kick it with people, man. You ain't got to.
I know a lot of y'all wrestling fans out there ain't touched a woman, but you know what? You could be cool with a woman, whatever. Like, oh my god, she's this and that. Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be real. So my homie Jordan, right? Not me. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
But my homie at the Kokomo Press, he was like, "Hey, you need to start telling more wrestling jokes and stuff like that in my stand up, right?" And I was just like, you know, I don't love telling wrestling jokes because every time like I tell somebody I'm a wrestling fan, they're like, "You don't look like a virgin," and like.
Oh god, oh man, yeah, that's how it be. That's what they think. I remember back in the day, people thought wrestling fans was like hicks and hillbillies and stuff, and now they're like wispy beard having virgins.
yeah.
Crazy as shit. But no, back.
You need some pizza rolls.
Some pizza rolls. I want some pizza rolls. I'm mad AJ Styles isn't the Ring of Honor champion anymore. Way back. Taking it way back.
I won't watch this anymore.
I hate this. I don't want to watch it. And then you're still watching WWE. I remember back people would say all the time and then still watch Monday Night Raw. I'm tired of this. I hate this. We'll watch. You're tuning in every single week. Damn. It was really happening out here. But, all right. Liv Morgan, champion. Great for her. Liv Morgan moves on. We've been stuck on this match forever.
You keep going.
We've been stuck on this match forever. All right, we got to get to the Intercontinental Championship match. We got to get to it. Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, Bronson Reed. This was a match here that had stories. It was a match here. It was a good match. I really did enjoy this match. But the real story here is everything that was going on with Otis and Chad Gable. I thought that was great. I said this already. I said this last week on an episode that Chad Gable was not going to walk out champion because Otis wasn't going to fall in line. And what happened? Chad Gable didn't win the championship because Otis didn't fall in line. I still believe in my heart of hearts. I still do believe that in my heart of hearts that Chad Gable's going to become Intercontinental champion. I do. But there's a story here that they're trying to, and they're doing it. They're doing it great. If you guys are hearing the chants out there in the crowd, the "you suck" chants that he's getting now, fans are reacting to him. They're slow building Gable to where when he becomes the Intercontinental champion, he's going to be a very hateable Intercontinental champion. I'm telling you, just enjoy this. For anybody that I didn't get a chance to go on because, like I said, I stepped out last night. And usually I go on after a show and I'll go on X or I'll go on Facebook and I'll kind of gauge comments. I don't know if people are out there that are mad about Chad Gable not becoming champion. I don't know, but I know that there's a lot of people that was riding on him to become champion and really love what he's been doing in this last year or so. Me too. I'm one of them. So if you're upset, slow your roll because I think that it's still coming. But right now, with all the little seeds that's being planted, with him having backstage interactions with the Creed brothers, him having a backstage interaction with Ivy Nile, he's abusing his academy. He straight up told Maxine, I do not want you out there, go to the back. Get to the back. Didn't even have Tozawa out there at all. And Otis, he fell off. He didn't do the orders. He was told to do what he was told to do, and he didn't react in the time that he was supposed to react. So now there's issues there with Otis and Chad Gable, and I still feel like that we're going to get a Chad Gable match, Chad Gable versus Otis, and the reason why Otis is going to have him dead to rights. Otis is going to have Chad Gable dead to rights, and as soon as that match is about to end, that's when you are going to have... Oh, did we have it up here? We do. There it is. So... you see it there. That's a match right there. You see Chad Gable there in the face of Otis. And I'm telling you, when that happens and Otis is about to win, it is going to be the Creed brothers that come out and attack Otis, and they're going to fully align themselves with the Academy, fully align themselves with Chad Gable. That's what I see happening here moving on in the future. Once again, I thought it was a great match. You got to ask yourself, when is Bronson Reed going to have his moment? Because it seems like he's been on the card for a long time now, and he's a great solid. He tried to do a moonsault. That was great. I loved the fact that, because usually he don't do that. Usually he just jumps off with that big splash. But what did you think of this match, man? And what did you think of everything that's going on with Chad Gable and Otis?
I think it's an interesting story, man. I think everything that's going on with this match is like really good, and I do want to shout out how fucking highlighted Bronson Reed was in this match. If I can pull this up again, my bad. I lost where I was.
I think we got to start talking more about Bronson Reed. I think, like,
yeah, as a whole,
for sure.
As a whole, I think.
My God, I remember that when he went through the second. How was a man his size doing that stuff?
Right.
He's really impressive. I think Bronson Reed definitely he needs to start being in that conversation. But it's great that let's talk about it. Like, there's a lot of guys that were in this match besides Sami Zayn. Like, I want to talk about this. Brother, do you realize that this was the first PLE Chad Gable has been in since WrestleMania 39?
Are you serious?
I'm serious. They even talked about it on commentary. He hasn't been
How
on
is
PLE
that possible with everything that he's been doing over the last 2 years? I know. Ever since that Shorty G shit, man, he's been hidden. Ever since he was able to drop that, he's been hidden. And I agree, man. I think this is going to end up where the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile they end up joining. Or at least I hope that's where this goes. If this is not where this goes, I don't know what's but I think this has to be where this shit goes.
It has to, right?
And then from there, we probably branch off to Sammy and Bronson by themselves, especially with the showing that Bronson had in this match, right?
Bro, don't you think Gable would really hit hard as a stable leader of the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile? Dang.
Yeah,
Tony.
no, I absolutely do. In Muncie, they are hillbillies.
Tony's crazy.
Yo, shout out to Lou that's in the chat too.
Man. I gotta show love to the Lou. Oh, he always comes through, always shows love, man. So we definitely, hopefully you was liking King of the Ring, bro. Well, let us know what you thought. But this was a great match. This actually might have been my match of the night. Honestly, just because I really enjoyed it. Sammy being Sammy. I love Sammy being Sammy. I remember there was a long time when he was in NXT, and I was like, he's so great and he's so awesome in NXT, and he was great in Ring of Honor and his indie run and everything. But I don't know if somebody like him is going to translate to the main roster. And boy, was I glad to be wrong. Sami Zayn has really just come along as a great character, a great champion. He's had so many moments. It's really been great to see the growth of Sami Zayn and everything that he's done. And Sami Zayn's just a great, great guy. I mean, me and my son have had a moment with Sami Zayn. We have a picture with him that we've kept forever or whatever. Like Sami Zayn, seeing him get all the success just feels great. But Gable, everything that we're leading to with Gable, yes, they are. They're building Otis up too, Tony. I do agree with that. He's going to be a huge babyface coming out of this. This whole scenario, honestly, this whole Intercontinental scenario is just a win for everybody. And there's a rare case. I think it's a rare case when everybody comes out on the other side of something looking better and looking like their future is brighter. And I think for all three of those men, that's exactly the case.
Yeah, I think so too. We got Lou saying that it was a decent show. He says the Intercontinental and the Cody match were the best on the card in his opinion, which is, contrasting views, because remember earlier we had Spicy Fettuccine telling us that Randy and Gunther should have been the main event instead of Cody and Logan. So, I mean, that brings us on to those matches, right? We got Randy and Gunther next, right?
Yeah, yep. So we're moving on down the line here. Actually, no. Next up, we'll get to that one. But next up, we got Lyra Valkyria and Nia Jax in the finals.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
yeah. No, you're good. You're good. I'm just going down the line here. But let's get to that real quick. We'll mull over that one. Then we're definitely going to get to Gunther and Randy because I know we're going to get in depth about that one. Lyra Valkyria and Nia Jax. Let's talk about it. Nia Jax picks up the big victory, and Nia Jax is now Queen of the Ring. I think I changed my pick twice because I said Jade, and then Jade ended up getting eliminated due to disqualification, and then I said Bianca Belair, and then Bianca Belair went down, and it was Jade, or it was Nia Jax, that is, who went through the gauntlet of competition, and she's now the Queen of the Ring. I honestly feel like this is great. I love that she's the Queen of the Ring. She wasn't my pick. It doesn't matter. That doesn't mean I can't be happy for her. I've been such a huge fan of everything she's been doing since her return. I'm also a huge fan of Lyra Valkyria. And for Lyra Valkyria, the victory is that she was there. She was in an important match on a PLE, on an international show. Great showing by Lyra Valkyria, and she has a bright future. But right now, it's Nia Jax's time. Nia Jax now has herself an opportunity at SummerSlam against the WWE Women's Champion, which right now is Bayley. It could be still her by the time we get to SummerSlam, but who knows? A lot of things can happen between now and then. But what are your thoughts on that match hype, and what are your thoughts on the possibility of Nia Jax and Bayley at SummerSlam in Detroit? Is it Detroit this year? No, I don't think it is. Is it? No, it's Cleveland.
Yeah,
Cleveland.
Yeah, it's Cleveland. Oh, yeah. We might have to run up on that one with our homie P, bro. Like,
man.
I'm just saying.
So what you think? What you think, bro? What you think about this whole scenario as far as her being the queen and now she got a title match at SummerSlam?
So, I'm gonna be real. Like, this Queen of the Ring tournament was great.
Yeah.
But one, I was confused from the go from it because, I may be wrong. I may be wrong about this, but I think it was dumb to put Bianca and Jade in this tournament. If it wasn't going to come down to them in the final two. But I also feel like this was kind of an obvious move and an obvious setup for Nia, although she deserves it because she's been fucking killing for like the last year now. And ever since she's come back, she has gotten better and better and better and better. And I want this moment for her, but I also feel like she probably should have had this moment in a better way against Becky, if that makes sense.
You talking about Nia?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm happy she's Queen of the Ring.
No. Look, sorry, I didn't want to get too analytical on it. I just
You're
like
good. You're good. You think what you think, bro?
I felt like this part of the tournament was kind of, I don't know.
But that's what we like. No, I like the fact that you would analyze the tournament like that. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. Like, especially what we do. But like, sympathetically, like for me, watching everything that Nia Jax has been through and then her coming back and actually seeming like she's having fun and then she's being rewarded for having fun, like,
yeah,
it hits different, man. And like, I'm excited for everything that she's gonna do, and she's been entertaining on live TV. What's she gonna do with this Queen of the Ring title? She's going to be, I'm telling you, she's gonna ham this shit up, bro, because that's who Nia is now, and I'm super excited. If she doesn't have some sort of like coronation or something on SmackDown, I'll be fucking shocked. I'm telling you, she's gonna ham this up because Nia Jax is a great entertainer. I'm so happy to see her get her flowers. Great to see Nia Jax. She's now the Queen of the Ring.
Yeah, sorry, I went too analytical on that.
No, you're just no. It's fine, bro. No, don't apologize for you. I'm sorry. I guess I'm seeing it like because I love Nia Jax's journey. Like, That's me personally, like seeing her and everything that she's becoming, like for me. And I know I was wrong twice, brother. I was wrong. I tried to analyze this shit. I tried to do it like, you know what I mean? Like an analyst or whatever. I was wrong twice. And then I was happy to be wrong. I was happy to be wrong because I'm enjoying Nia.
I'm gonna be real. I got taken out of it after Tiffany did some, accidental racist shit and then lost.
Oh man, no, I love tournaments, man. I love tournaments, so I was following it. I really don't think it was as strong as that King of the Ring tournament because oh my god, that was such a strong tournament, and we're about to talk about the finals right now. I mean, come on, who out there, honestly, who out there was not excited when you found out that Randy Orton was going to be going up against Gunther? And like I said on the last show that I did, that's a match I didn't even know that I wanted. This was a good match, and I felt like Randy was going to win because I felt like we was going to get to Cody versus Randy and do it at SummerSlam. But that's a story that you can get to. Me and Hype talked about that a little bit before the show. But no, Gunther, he's going to move on, and now he has a path. And I think that was a big thing. And I'm going to ask you your thoughts on everything here in a second, Hype. And then we'll see what the Lou has, see here. But I just got to get my thoughts out real quick. I think that was the next thing there with Gunther, is that as great as he is and as awesome as his title reigns have been as the UK champion and the Intercontinental champion, what was next for him? What was his path? You definitely don't want somebody like Gunther getting lost in the shuffle. Absolutely not. No. He is too damn good to be lost in the shuffle. So I really feel like him winning King of the Ring, and this was my gut feeling from the very beginning that I felt like he was going to win King of the Ring. Then I pivoted to Jey Uso. I should have stayed with my gut and stayed with my pick because it ended up being Gunther, and this is a great path for him because no matter what he does, he's booked up at SummerSlam in August no matter what. So I thought this was a great win for him. Great that he's now King of the Ring as long as the ring, as the ring general as well. The general of the ring, the King of the Ring. I love to see it, man. But yeah, what were your thoughts on this match, Hype? And I think we got some motion in the chat as well, and also somebody sliding back in. So get those thoughts out while he's getting ready, and then we're gonna go ahead and talk about some of these comments, and we'll bring on our man Voice.
Yo, so I'm gonna be real. I thought I was with you when a King of the Ring was announced. I immediately was like, okay, this is a spot for Gunther. Because if you remember, I was also trying to book Gunther at WrestleMania Intercontinental versus WWE title because I wanted to see this man be dual champion. But so this is definitely the next natural transition. In a transition after he's already gotten the Intercontinental belt off of him, he's able to get himself set and prepped to take on the world heavyweight champion. This puts him in the position that he needs to be in. My only question is, who is the better challenger for Gunther to take this belt off of coming up? We obviously have Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest coming up at Clash at the Castle, and that was announced. That was announced last night, I believe, or during SmackDown.
Yep.
Who is Gunther going to take this title off of? Because I have a strong feeling it's going to be Drew McIntyre, and somehow in this time Gunther is about to turn babyface. And I don't know how we do this, but I think it's about to happen.
That's a crazy thought, and the thought of Drew McIntyre versus Gunther at SummerSlam itself is crazy. Of course, they have history. They were in that famous triple threat match with Sheamus for the Intercontinental Championship, which I believe was it WrestleMania 39 or was it 38? Either way, it was one of the greatest triple threat matches in the history of WWE and the history of the Intercontinental Championship. It was great, but having them go at it would be great as well. But also, we cannot forget about this hype. We can't forget about this element. Before we get to SummerSlam, we're gonna have Money in the Bank.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about this.
So I that's a complete monkey wrench in itself, and I'm loving it because there's so many different things that's going on. Because you called for it, and we all got on the train with you, on the wagon with you. We all said that none of this tournament means anything if there's nothing to gain from it. And
Right.
WWE and Triple H capitalized, and they made it mean something. A title shot at SummerSlam, but now we can't forget about the monkey wrench that Money in the Bank throws into everything. We have Tony who's saying that he's going to take it off of Priest, but will he still be champion by then? That's the question. The only surefire thing that we know is that Gunther is fighting somebody for that championship at SummerSlam. Who it's going to be, we do not know. But it's going to be very, very interesting. So, but either way, I think I said it before we went on the air here. No matter what the scenario is, I think Gunther's walking out with that World Heavyweight Championship. I think this year is the year of Gunther. I think we're going to see a lot of them, and it's going to be great. And is he going to get a coronation on Monday Night Raw? Gunther seems like he's kind of getting more on his entertainment bag as far as like hamming some things up a little bit too. Like, he'll talk some. The thing I like about Gunther is that he will talk some shit. He will talk some shit.
No. And that's why I'm asking. I was like, is this where we start to see a turn out of Gunther? I know Tony Gonzalez in the chat says he thinks it'll be Priest, which I can see that too. There is a turn and a shift in the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
But these two characters, these two people right now are the two people to watch, because they will alternate their roles very soon. And we have to see, like, it'll be very telling on where WWE's future maybe is looking or heading, as they turn these characters, or maybe enhance them, I guess.
Yeah.
In the future.
Yeah, I see where you're going. I see, because I think we're kind of entering an era where we're just letting the fans pick who they want. You know what I'm saying? Which, if you remember years back, when Vince was in charge, if he saw somebody getting over on their own, he'd shut that shit down immediately.
Yeah.
If you're getting over on your own, no, you get over when I tell you to get over. Like, and
we all remember Zack Ryder.
Yeah. Oh God. And let's face it, brother, that hurt wrestling bad. That hurt WWE bad. That he didn't just let people like who they liked, and he would go up against the crowd. He was famous for it about 10 or so years ago, and it drove everybody nuts. It drove me nuts. And it held the product down. You can't like that person. It held the product down. It held it down.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, now we're in a time where it's like, we're going to let you like who you like and see if it works. And I think it's a great time that everybody is being able to have an opportunity to get in where they fit in. And now, as far as getting in where they fit in, we're going to bring in our other co-host here. He got to get in where he fit in on this conversation.
He fit right in, right here.
What's up, household? How is everybody doing? The voice is finally up here on a Sunday.
That man's sleepy.
Hey,
sleepy man.
Hey, wipe your eye.
I know, look, he looks like he doesn't know what year it is. Look at him.
I kind of don't. The Pacers threw me in a time warp last night.
This man was in a time chamber.
Ice. Well, the Lou is very happy that you are here with us.
Yes.
I am very happy that you are here with us.
We put the voice on ice. That's what happened.
The voice put himself on ice last night. And,
it was a whole Futurama situation.
Yes, you are correct. I am fried.
All right.
Yeah. Right. But I'm here. I'm really enjoying your guys' take on this. Gunther going forward, and ultimately who's gonna have the belt to go up against him at SummerSlam. I'm gonna go with Tony's pick, though. I think it will be Priest. Priest right now has the best story. Priest right now has the best momentum behind him. Yes, I know Drew McIntyre is doing things or putting things behind him to get him pushed, but Priest has done it exactly what you said, the natural. To me, Priest is the first natural loved guy that the fan base has gotten behind since Vince and WWE recognized it and pushed him. I mean, Damian Priest right now is top of the line for that belt. And I think he's got a more entertaining storyline than Drew.
Listen, as far as Damian Priest, because I'm on the Damian Priest bandwagon with you, brother. We've talked about this before. I feel like that his situation is a situation where it's like I felt like that he wasn't at that completely elevated point when he got the title, but now he's kind of molding into that as he's holding the title. He's growing as he is holding the title. Listen, that method doesn't work for everybody. That method don't work for everybody. Sometimes you feel like that the title was going to make the man, but the man's not quite man enough to hold the title. You know?
I think that only is only the case in new or unproven wrestlers. I think we quickly forget that Damian Priest is almost like 20 years in wrestling.
Yes, facts.
He is. Yeah. He has been wrestling for a very long time, and he has transformed and morphed himself and proven himself in other ways that I think people are like, no, we can give him the ball, and like he'll grow, he'll get it, and he'll evolve and I think Triple H sees that. I'm on the Damian Priest train for the most part. I'm not on these extensions that he has in his hair right there, but that's another story. But like Damian Priest,
leave the Undertaker alone.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't like it when it's obvious that they're sewn in or braided in. I don't know. I don't like that. That's just me thing. I'm not hating on him. I just trust the process. It'll grow.
Trust me. I know.
I know you know. And I'm learning myself. And I've just been trusting and growing. And like he can do it. He can do it if I can do it. And whatever. I'm so ADHD today. I am so sorry.
You're all over the place. What is wrong with you? What is going on? All right, listen. All right. I don't want to hear anything else because I have one question for the voice, Josh Joseph. I have one question for you, sir.
I'm here.
Do you like my on-air sign?
I do.
Is it great? It's great, right?
It is. It is great. I love the when you sent the picture in the chat, man. I was like, man, that is such a cool color. Everything goes together. I want that thing.
Yeah, man.
Hits.
I just got
it. It does hit.
It's great.
Yeah, it's fantastic, man. I love how your studio's coming together.
Slowly.
You're falling into your own there.
He's an old weirdo with a home studio.
I'm an old weirdo with a home studio. That's the facts. That's the most realest shit I ever read. I think I shared something on Facebook, and I was like, that's so fucking me. That is so me. Oh, man. We got the Lou in here. Last time I heard Trust the Process was the Sixers, and they let me down. Oh. Whoa, why is everybody acting up in the chat right now? We had some spicy fettuccine. Tony's always acting up in the chat, and now the Lou is acting a fool. What's going on?
Yeah. I like it, and I encourage it. Keep it going, bro.
What is happening here in the household right now? We're supposed to be talking wrestling. Y'all acting fools out here. Keep doing it. I like it.
We've talked a lot of wrestling. We have talked a lot of wrestling and a lot of other stuff. Like it's
been a show voice. It's been a show
bro,
voice.
Voice. Dude. Han and I fucking forgot there was a whole ass AEW PLE tonight.
Oh my god! And then we started talking about it. We talked about, and we're gonna talk more about it a little bit later. We're gonna talk more about it later.
Yeah. Which one?
It's Double or Nothing, bro.
Oh my god, that's an important one.
All right, clip that. Somebody's got to clip that reaction for God's sake.
Dude, that's like one of their big ones.
Good Lord.
Dude, I'm starting to think, how did I not know about what?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man. We started talking about the House of Black, and then I was asking. Okay. I was asking, is House of Black big?
Dude. This needs to be clip and sent to Tony because my God,
Oh my god!
this is a handful of people who follow wrestling and had no clue about this.
Oh my god,
Tony, what are you doing, bro? I'm not talking about you, OG. I'm talking about Tony Khan.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What's happening? Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. We gotta get. We're gonna talk about this. But we gotta get on track here because we gotta voice some questions. We gotta get them back up to speed. What was your thoughts on the King and Queen of the Ring tournament show as a whole? And then we talked a little bit about the tag match. I know you was loving that tag finisher, and I want to get your thoughts on that because you put some stuff into the group chat. What were your thoughts on the show, man, as a whole? And then we're gonna catch up and get to the main event.
Gotcha. As a whole, I thought it was a great King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring. It was a fantastic PLE. There was a few low spots, but they quickly regained that with the next match or the next segment. So in an overall, this was a good King of the Ring. And what really sold me was exactly what Hype talked about. And Trips gave extra meaning to the King of the Ring like it used to. And SummerSlam will be the culmination of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was stoked on it.
Oh, I think it's been, like I said, I think it was a great show, and everything that I felt like was important that needed to happen kind of did happen. You know, I didn't need the Intercontinental Championship to change hands because what happened is in that match with Otis and his involvement was fitting and needed to be done.
Yes.
I really think that this show was a really good show. I do. And I also think that the main event was really good with Logan Paul and Cody Rhodes. And I want to touch on the fact because I know this was a big thing with Hype. And I was even sitting over there watching the show with my son. And I was like, he was asking, because my son loves Logan Paul. He don't want to admit it, but he loves him some Logan Paul. He's become a huge Logan Paul fan. But the thing is, he didn't really want to see Logan Paul lose, and he wanted to see it happen by a DQ. And I was like, well, Hype had this idea where there could be some involvement with Uncle Howdy. And when we both sat there and waited till like the very end of the show, like even when we was like, oh, well, Cody rolled back in the ring. He's celebrating in the ring at the last second before the show went off the air. Is something going to happen? Are we going to see it? Because remember, we had 2 QR code glitches in the night. And I think that we've only had 1 on shows up until then. So now it's 2. So it was like, and I haven't even got a chance to decipher those QR codes. If somebody figures that out, could you throw it in the comments here, or if one of you fellas can throw it in the group chat for later, and I'll check it out later and talk about it on another, because I got some time. I'll probably do a couple other episodes before Wednesday. But yeah, I thought it was a good match, a great show altogether. Logan Paul is Logan Paul. He had a great moment with that 360 spin and the camera before he jumped off. He was spitting Prime in the air like Triple H, and then jumped off that top rope. All in all, what an amazing moment, and you really can't say enough about Logan Paul and his transition into what he's become. Oh, we got the QR video up. What are we? Is this the video?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Hello?
We're watching the video right now, folks.
It's through. This has to be Uncle Howdy watching old pay-per-views.
Whoa.
And he was watching Bailey versus Bianca.
Bailey versus Bianca.
Was I correct there, Jones?
I believe so.
I
believe you're spot on.
Is something gonna? So that makes me question if those two have a match or something at a big show. Is something gonna happen? Is there gonna be like a major glitch, but in a Bianca and Bailey match, or is somebody gonna debut during that match, or what? What are we leading to?
Okay, there's so many teases in this because like. One, we have a return, an impending return of Alexa Bliss, right? We also have we have so many other things that could be happening with this. We obviously know that that Bo Dallas is probably coming back in the form of Uncle Howdy, maybe also as himself in some way. Let's see. What we have here is new, according to SE Scoops, we have the new cryptic QR code during says connection is lost. What we saw there. They're speculating that Nikki Cross, Dexter Lumis, Joe Gacy, and Eric Rowan will be the names in the group along with Bo Dallas. So no Alexa Bliss, but Nikki Cross is interesting. So if we're going by that, right, maybe Nikki Cross is looking at this match. Maybe she is watching Bailey. Maybe she is watching Bianca.
The only thing that takes me out of that is the hair that was in the camera view. So it would have looked like Uncle Howdy was like had the camera up to his face and the hair. I don't know. Right. It just looked like those eyebrows that are on that mask, like accentuated, or that beard that he has. Yeah. But you could be right. Dude, this is insane.
Layers.
Yeah, I only think we're in, and I'm going to steal this from Paul Heyman. I think we're only in the third inning, and SummerSlam will be the culmination of
the preseason, my guy.
Man, there's so much going on.
This is preseason. We haven't even started baseball and this shit yet. Like this is like. Also, this is WWE 2K, right? Somebody's playing that.
Yeah.
So okay.
This whole thing is weird. This whole thing is just weird.
I don't know when we're gonna get Uncle Howdy or the Six in any capacity, but I do know that, man, I am enjoying this because this is interesting, and this I don't know. You guys hear me on this? Like sometimes I don't need wrestling in my wrestling, and because we're all about the sports entertainment.
Yep.
Always. Yeah. Always. And I'm thoroughly entertained by that.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I love this.
Just the fact that we can sit up here and speculate what's going on. The fact that we don't know when he's coming. It's the thing where it's like you don't have to. And here's the thing with wrestling fans. They feel like they have to know everything. That's why we do what we do, to try to break everything down and try to figure things out, because we have to know everything. The fact that we don't know,
lying.
The fact that we don't know makes it fun. Like, it makes it fun and brings a different element into it, and I'm happy that we have that. There's a lot of moving parts. Look at it. We have the speculation of the Wyatt Six in the midst of the King of the Ring tournament, in the midst of Cody going up against Logan Paul, in the midst of Money in the Bank coming up right around the corner. And then they already made the title match with Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest at Clash of the Castle. That's gonna be. There's so much moving parts in wrestling right now, where it really felt like this is like that lull period of wrestling where it's like, oh, well, it's post-Mania, not a whole lot going on. And then we start to build up for SummerSlam, and then SummerSlam comes and it's like, oh, well, we're in a lull period till we at least get to, like, Survivor Series, blah, blah, blah. And then, there's always those little lull periods. They're not just going sweet into the night. They're giving us some great content that we're able to talk about on a weekly basis. It really feels like things are full steam ahead. Cody retains. He's still champion in a great match. Man, I really thought this show overall was a really good show. I don't know why. I just don't like. I really feel like when I watch those international PLEs, like, there was a point where I was like, all right, they're just phoning it in, they're just trying to, collect that international bag, and put on, like, when you're rolling out, like, a really old-ass Kane, a really old-ass Undertaker against a really old-ass Triple H and a really old-ass Shawn Michaels, like, just so they can get a payday, like, like, you're putting, like, I'm sorry, but, like, you're putting corpses out in front of these people that paid a lot of money and don't get to go to WWE shows like that because they're in the international market and WWE is predominantly in the United States. Like, quit giving them bullshit, and I feel like we're leaving that. Like, so that, I guess I try not to be like super like critical of those shows for that reason, but I really feel like this was a solid show where there was some things that happened. Liv Morgan's title change there. People are going to remember that the age of Liv Morgan started at the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. It's a moment for her.
Yeah.
It was a big moment for her. And then it was a big moment for Nia Jax. It was a big moment for Gunther, and it was great for talents like Lyra Valkyria to actually be on an international show. It was great for talents like Bronson Reed to be on an international show because Bronson Reed, I think he's from Australia and I think he missed an Australia show, so
Yeah, he did.
like,
Yeah. You're right.
now he was able to go to this one. They made up for it in a way, and I'm sure he'll be on the next time they go to Australia. The way they're building him up, but it's just a thing where it's like the balance of what WWE is doing with their roster and their shows. It's really well done. So like, I just think they're moving in the right direction. This was a really great show. King Queen of the Ring. It was all right. It was good in my book. I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10 myself.
Yeah. I like that assumption with them. And
yeah, A
Go ahead, Jones.
minus.
A minus.
A mine. No, minus. No, I thought it was good. Once again, thought it was good. Voice, you had some thoughts?
Yeah, I was just gonna say real quick. Lou, you Howse, you brought it up. Jones, I'm not sure if you brought it up, but that drone shot of Paul on top of the rope was one of the most spectacular shots they've done this year.
Yeah.
It really brought a whole nother aspect of emotion to the match.
Yep.
Nia Jax winning was a fantastic feat for her. I mean, some of us pretty much put her in the give her the crown already category when she entered the tournament, but like, she did a fantastic job this tournament, really brought herself together. I would love to say the opening match, definitely the tag match with the women's division with Bianca and Jade. Let me tell you something. I said this before, fans. I'm going to say it again. Here's the shot, what I was speaking about. Look at this. This just brings like action figure-esque presence to Paul right now.
Yep.
And makes me believe, like, that gives me a Shawn Michaels feel about him doing that in that moment. I enjoy it. But what I was saying about Bianca and Jade, I said it when they first defended their title, or when they first tagged together. They are this era's Dudley Boys. Their double team moves are on the Dudley Boys level, and they match perfectly, just like the Dudleys did. You had Bubba being a stuttering fool, and then Devon being the more level-headed dude who... But once you got Devon to a level, which we're seeing with Jade, you get them to a level, and oh, brother, you better testify, because Devon is coming through. Much like Jade, she's going to beat the living shit out of you. And don't fuck with her friend, because she's got her back. Yeah. And I love the way they're really putting them into promos together and giving you that back and forth, because Jade's going to learn off Bianca. Bianca right now is one of your top women on the mic. Mm-hmm. Give her a mic, let Jade get behind her, hear how she does it. Just little things with Jade need to be touched on when she's on a mic now. Like when she needs to add extra volume to certain words and things like that. Bianca will build her into that. This is fantastic. I love it. Again, you can debate me on this all day long, but this is our era, this era's Dudley Boys right here. And grab on and watch until they split these two up, because it's going to be a fantastic show.
Yeah, man, you've been actually saying that for a while with that thought, and it's a good thought as well. I said earlier before we got on the show, I said you have to really pay attention to what these two are doing, because it's two alpha females, two generational talents coming together and really having big meaning to these championships that didn't have meaning in the beginning. And my God, brother, that tag team move that you was talking about, that tag team finisher, good Lord. It's like I said earlier, I didn't get a chance to see it at the time because I was on the way home from work to try to catch the show. But when Hype brought it up here on the show and I got a chance to see it for the very first time, that was the first time that I saw this move is on this show, I was like, what is that? What do you call it? What? And it was great. I really enjoyed it. No, I definitely understand why you've been championing this team as long as you have. Love that these two are together. It's a great move. It's a great vibe. Two of the big three, whatever they're calling them. You enjoy it while they're still doing it because it's not going to last a long time.
No.
And you just got to enjoy it while it's happening. So I agree with you.
Yeah, it's a fantastic team.
Yeah, man. So that was King of the Ring. Once again, King of the Ring, good show. But before we slide out of here and call this a really great episode, I got to get out of here pretty soon. Hitting the movie with the kids. We're gonna go see the movie. That finisher, my God.
Yeah.
But I do want to talk a little bit about tonight's Double or Nothing show, and we won't like go crazy over it or anything like that. But I feel like this card is something we got to talk about because there's a lot of great matches on this card. It's really hard to know where to start there. If you scroll down for me a little bit, we got the AEW World Championship match: Crimson Cage, Swerve Strickland, Willow, and Mercedes for the TBS Championship. You got Brian FTR, Darby Allin up against the Elite Anarchy, Anarchy in the Arena, Timeless Tony Storm and Serena Deeb for the AEW World Championship, Roderick Strong and Will Ospreay. Oh, that's going to be a good one for the AEW International Championship. Damn, that's going to be so good. Adam Copeland and Malachi Black in a TNT Championship match, barbed wire steel cage. Oh my God, what? You got Shibata and Chris Jericho and Hook for the FTW Championship. Jesus. You got the Bang Bang Gang going up against the Death Triangle for the Unified World Trios Championships. My God. You got Tashida going up against Moxley, IWGP World Heavyweight Championship Eliminator match. Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta they're looking like they're going to be opening the show. What is this card even, and why do I just remember that it's happening now? Because this is a damn good card. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I be forgetting about AEW sometimes, but I'm gonna watch this like illegally.
I want to see this. I actually really want to see this.
Yeah. Dude, I'll take your link. I got you.
Shoot me a link. Please do.
This is a mind boggler because I mean, take AEW's name off of that. If this was your product, House, don't you think you would have put this in front of everybody's eyes?
I'd push, brother. Push.
I think they've been trying.
I'd be a pusher, bro.
I think they be trying. If we're being fair, I think they have been trying.
Because all I ever see Tony Khan ever tweet about on X is this is a well-deserved chance from the crowd. Every fucking X post is that of Tony, and it's kind of like, dude, post this, put this in my face. I want this. Yeah. You know, I think, and I mean, this is how I started with the household. I look behind me. I'm the AEW guy. I love AEW.
Yeah.
This is like an 8 ball of cocaine for me. This whole pay-per-view. I mean, why is this not pushed in my face more? But I don't know, man. I guess TBS does push it a little bit, but not this specific card. I have not seen this card. I've heard of the top match, and then I heard of the Willow and Mercedes match. That's all I've heard of, or Double or Nothing this year.
Man, and then Thunder Rosa and Deonna Purrazzo, they're in the buy-in, so there's that. I just don't know. I want, tonight would be the show, if I watched it in its entirety, tonight would be the show that I'd be like, if you want the opportunity to get me back into AEW, if you want to try to get if you want to gain my viewership again, which they've had it before and they've lost it. I'll be honest, they lost it. Tonight would be the show to be like, to hook me back in. Like, okay, we're bringing you back. We're going to bring you back tonight. because that's an amazing card. Like, honestly, the biggest thing that stood out to me was that barbed wire cage match. Because you know me, voice. You know me, man. We're in that same ECW. We love hardcore wrestling type lane. So like, as soon as I saw a barbed wire steel cage match, I was like, let's go, let's do it.
Yep.
Edge and Malachi Black, let's do it. That, like, if I'm watching anything, it's gonna be that over anything else. But this whole card is good. It's just all right. So I guess I'll ask this, voice, and then I'll go to hype. What's the most match on this card you'd be looking forward to now that you've seen the card and it's been put in front of you?
Well, I mean, you definitely brought it up. I am a sucker for steel cages, barbed wire, Malachi Black, and you're going to put Adam Copeland in there. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm ready to watch. But ultimately, and I've been saying this for a while because I'm a huge Willow Nightingale fan.
Mm-hmm.
Willow versus Mercedes, to me, as a fan of AEW, that's going to be a fantastic match. Not only are we going to see more of what Willow can do in a ring, you're going to see if Mercedes can hold up to Willow. And I mean, to me, that's going to be her first big test of AEW and being there. And that's a championship match with Willow Nightingale.
Yeah, I think that could be a really great match as well. I think, honestly, if we're talking about Monet, she's got to have a hell of an outing because people are already on her ass. You know what I'm saying? She's out here saying things like, I'm the greatest woman wrestler of all time and stuff. And, like, when you put that stuff into the air, people are going to have things to say. I feel like Mercedes Moné is giving Angel Reese of professional wrestling right now, just saying crazy things out there, and then it's like, now you got to back it up. So now tonight she's got to back it up. So I agree with you. There's definitely going to be a pivotal, there's going to be a microscope on that match with all, and there's a lot of history behind these two. Honestly, Mercedes Moné getting injured is what really led to Willow Nightingale getting the push of her life and hitting that next upper echelon level of her career. If Mercedes Moné never would have got injured, it could have been a completely different ball game. But hype, what do you think, man? What's the most match you're looking forward to on this stellar AEW card?
Well, I think one of the things that I'm looking forward to on this card is actually also the Adam Copeland and Malachi Black. I was trying to pull up the bloodbath images.
Yeah.
But I cannot find them at the moment. I think that one's gonna hit. It's weird. It's a fucking barbed wire steel cage match. There's already been somebody drenched in blood. Like Like, I like it. Like, I don't know, man. I think that's the one that's going to hit for me. But everything on this card, like I said, man, AEW puts on great pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I don't think that's ever been the problem. I think it's that week to week, they don't draw me in.
It is. There it is.
And, I just it just be that for me.
If you can fix that, and also there's a couple of things. It's like Voice said, you got to get better at promoting your big shows. Why is the day of the show? And I just remembered that it's. I'm sorry. It's
is
gotta
this
be,
that?
We got it.
Yeah,
we got it up. So it's Malachi. Oh, jeez.
Oh man,
Jesus, dang, they drenched him.
Dude,
he got drenched.
Looked like a fire hose shooting on him.
My goodness, it was like The Shining.
Yeah.
Good
I mean,
Lord.
they presented this really, really, really fucking well.
Good Lord, that's madness. We're watching it one more time. Jeez, he just got drenched.
Look at that.
Look at how they shot at him.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The pressure took him to the ground.
Yes. That was crazy.
It really looked like something like solid was coming.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Jeez. Okay, that was pretty cool. All right. See, this get better at promoting your big shows. Make me care about the weekly product. Because if you make me care about the weekly product, that makes me care about the shows even more. And for God's sake, will you get on a damn app? I don't want to spend $60 on a show. I'm okay with doing like $9.99 a month or something like that to watch your shows. Get on a damn app, for God's sake. This is not $19.99. The idea of paying $60 a month for a damn PLE was romantic and nostalgic at first. But now listen, I'm an adult and I gotta keep my money in my damn pocket. I can't spend $60 on a damn show every month. Please get on a damn app so we can do this shit monthly and pay monthly like everybody else is doing. Hurry up, Tony. Like, Jesus. Because I do want to watch and cover this stuff, but damn it, there's just so much things that it's just like there's a disconnect there. And as soon as they pivot and do a couple of different things, I'd be happy to talk about it. But right now I'm just like, because Swerve Strickland is champion, and it's like, is that even in the conversation right now? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Really
it just brings me back to Paragon talking about when they gave the belt to Swerve.
Yeah.
And although Paragon was spot on with what he said kind of just, I don't know, it dampened my enthusiasm for Swerve to be the champion.
Yeah.
But I want the dude. I want him to be so great, because he is. He's fantastic. He's one of the best features that AEW has. But yeah, I'm with you on this. Promote it more. Isn't it weird that we're more knowing of Uncle Howdy and his cryptic messages over Double or Nothing?
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy to me. And yes, the Lou is right. Get on a damn app, for God's sake, please.
Whatever happened to the HBO app that they were discussing? Did that fall through?
I don't know. I do not know, Voice. I don't.
They're still buying for that. There's still time for the Warner Discovery deals.
Yeah.
Just have not happened yet, and a lot of that has been contingent on the NBA and where they finalize and end up and things like that, as well as other sports entities.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well, I mean, I want good things for AEW. Like I said, I know we don't really cover AEW a lot like that, and it seems like we might hate on them for a bunch of stuff. But once again, I did this when I did stuff years ago with WWE, when I wrote for No DQ, when I did the Facebook, or when I did the YouTube show, exclusive YouTube show years ago, I would critique the hell out of WWE because I wanted it to be better. That's why it seems like you guys think that we got some kind of negative connotation on AEW, and it's not that. We critique it because we want it to be better. So, it is what it is. But Double or Nothing really looks like a good show. I think I'm definitely going to check that out. Like, I'm off until Wednesday, so I'm just vibing and in my zone, chilling with the family, Memorial Day weekend, and it's just and having some extra wrestling. Like, yes, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for it. But, man, we're going to slide off, call this a really great episode. I got to slide off here and get ready to dip. We're going to go see this Garfield movie with the kids. And just have a little family time and chill out or whatever. So with that being said, I'm going to give my guys here, my great team here at In Your House, who make this production possible and make it as great as it is, give them an opportunity to plug anything that they want to plug. I'm going to start with my man Voice here, then we'll go to Hype. Voice, what do you got going on? Where can they catch you at next? I know you have some heavy things going on Mondays before Raw comes on. Talk about it and let us know where we can catch you at.
Oh, yes, household. Again, I apologize for my tardiness, but I'm here, so let's make everything clear. Come to the Monday show. It is 7 p.m. You can hit it up. It'll be on IYH platforms. It'll be on the Voices platforms. Just find it. Come hang out with us. This week in the preview, we have the Lou stepping in. He's coming in as a guest host with me and Grun. Awesome. That's going to be a fun time. Lou's definitely got a real fun perspective in wrestling, and he's got a fantastic channel, so go check him out. It is fun to be a part of the buddies, and you'll love the crowd. Other than that, you can catch me when I go live with a deep fried episode. That usually just involves me rambling about whatever thing has tripped me off this week. So come join me on that. That has no specific time, date. It just happens when it happens. But always catch me at an In Your House party. And across a lot of the chats that my friends are out there doing, like I said, you got the Lou. I hang out in 2 Count. I hang out in so many different wrestling ones that just come in, see the voice, see what he says, and see how the fans interact. Other than that, always follow everything In Your House does, because we're here giving you that work, and it just don't stop. Like, we are on overtime over here, and nobody's giving us a break. Nobody.
Listen, I am running my guys into the ground like Tom Thibodeau. All right, so I just got him working and working. But no, we love the work. We do appreciate all the work that you guys do here. I'm gonna throw it to my man Hype, longtime co-host here, always doing a lot of great work, and he's always doing a lot of great stuff outside of In Your House. Always busy, always doing stuff. So I'm gonna throw him the platform real quick. Hype, what do you got going on? Where can we catch you?
Yo, household. Yo, thanks for jumping in with us. I really, really appreciate that. First and foremost, yo, I love doing this shit with my guys Khan and Voice and usually Paragon. But he got things going on, and I just wanna first off, I just want to give him my love and remind him that we all love him in the household, and we love everything that he does, bro. But of course, you can catch me right here on In Your House. You can find me anywhere you can spell Hypocrisy Jones. It's pretty easy. It's like right there.
There you go.
Yeah. How does this work?
Boom.
That
You
one.
got it. You got
Right
it.
there. Right there. And bro, you can also find me on a channel called The Kokomo Press. It's a community satire channel page on Facebook. Where we do a lot of satire posts. We make fun of a lot of people, but we also do some fun things. We do some fun things like this open mic comedy night every Thursday night at Cooper's Pub in Kokomo, Indiana. So if you're in the Midwest, you're around on a Thursday. If you think you're funny, if you got some jokes, man, we give 15 slots at 5 minutes apiece. And you can come up, do your funny stuff, man, and it's just a vibe. We've had comedians from all over the Midwest join us and further, and we do a lot of good things. We have a Saturday comedy showcase coming up here soon, where we are going to give all the proceeds that we make to a local dog shelter. We got some good things going on, bro. So
When is that?
That'll be June. No, I'm sorry, July 6th,
Okay.
I believe.
Okay.
I'll have more info coming, but like I said, we're a community satire. Look, and we're heavy on both those words, man. We're heavy on satire, but we're also heavy on community. Saying we're trying to show that shit. So, come out, rock with us, and that's been me.
Right on, man. Of course, that is Hypocrisy Jones. He does a lot of great work here, and we appreciate all the work that he does out here for In Your House and also for the community and his local community as well. So as far as I go, you already know, guys, I'm going to be here doing my thing in your house. I'm off till Wednesday. I'm chilling, y'all. I'm just out here vibing. So you definitely probably get more episodes from me up until Wednesday. And we've been giving you guys some heavy work, and it's really great that we've been able to do that. And you guys are here giving us energy. Of course, I know we talked about it a little bit. Hype talked a little bit about it when I believe he went solo on his own, but we are now the official podcast of Emerge Wrestling, and you can catch us there as we are sponsoring the Emerging Stars Tournament. So that's Emerge 79, the Steve Brandon Memorial Emerging Stars Tournament this Saturday at the Bartholomew County Fairgrounds, June 1st. It's going to be a great show where we have our Emerging Stars Tournament, and we have great young talent that is going to be involved in that. Names such as Eric Surge, names such as Avery Hertz, names such as Dex Royal, Rockin' Rivera. So many great names that's going to be in there. Gaston Leroux will also be in there. Idris Wolf. I mean, these are the stars that in a few years you can catch them on your TV, and that's just the truth. It's just the truth.
Yeah.
If you want to get on the ground floor of some of these stars, you're a huge wrestling fan. You really want to know some of these guys. You really want to find a bandwagon to get on way early before you catch them on TV. This is where you do it. Support indie wrestling, and this is going to be a great show of live pro wrestling for very young talent that's, scratching the surface on their careers. A lot of these guys probably not even 5 years in. I don't even think between these guys there's 25 years of experience. But that's what makes it exciting, is the fact that these young up-and-comers are going to come up and take an opportunity to grab the brass ring and emerge wrestling, which can lead to so much more in the future. So most definitely we're proud to be partnered up and sponsoring up with Emerge Wrestling, a company that I've been with for a long time now, that have given me great opportunities. And now those opportunities and the platform has risen now. You can see us out there. Our logo, the In Your House logo, is on the poster of the Emerging Stars tournament. We're very proud of this opportunity. It's a great opportunity for us as a podcast to be a part of a promotion that has not only been around for a long time, but is still growing. So that's going to be great. That is, once again, the Steve Brandon Memorial Emerging Stars Tournament, Emerge 79, Saturday, June 1st at the Bartholomew County Fairgrounds. As you can see all the information there. And also, as far as I go, I'll be there on commentary. It's gonna be great. So if you know me, myself, John Gates, AEW Lurch, if you know what we do on commentary, we give you guys that big energy, and it's a great vibe. But of course, I'm gonna be here, and you can follow me at Alakon House across all those social media platforms. And of course, you can follow this podcast on X. Remember to do it. In Your House Pod. That's In Your House Pod, and that's HOWSE, and the W stands for work. So guys, you already know what it is. For Hypocrisy Jones, for the voice Josh Joseph, for the world's most dangerous podcaster Paragon, I am Alakon, the Concept House, reminding you to tell a friend, to hop on this bandwagon, get on or get gone, because the household is still going mighty strong. You guys have a great day and a great rest of your week. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. Peace.